Hey, Sean, I forgot to tell you, I'm on live, okay? I'm texting you. Forgot to go. I texted you. I just did it.
I ain't good at text, not yet. Being honest.
I'm on YouTube.
I don't want to check your text.
It went through, Sean. Actually, it hasn't been delivered yet. I don't know. Don't worry about it.
Can you hear my TV?
No. You can tell my cats have been on here today because they seem to think this is their bed instead of it being my workstation. And they literally knocked off all of my wires earlier. One was playing with them. And she seems to, they literally play with all of my wires. So when I got these, my other cards ripped. And my cats took off with one of my cards. I could not find it for the life of me. And so I got these cards. And look at how big they are compared to my hand. These things are huge. I mean, I didn't read the box. It's this giant marietarot deck. Giant, yeah, no kidding. This is the normal size. Oh, gosh. I should have been more careful, but it's okay. Because now that when I put them down, you guys can actually see what they say. Well, maybe a little. Maybe if I just turn the light away just a bit. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, these things are huge. Oh, yeah, I was working on something just as I did that. So I'm just sitting here waiting for people to come on. Talking to myself as usual. It's okay. Okay. Alright, let me go back trying to pick these up. These things are huge. I don't know what to do with these. I like them though. It's going to take a while. It is a Friday night. I'm sure other people are out doing things and having fun. Where I prefer to be home. Doing my own thing. Hanging out with my cats and my son. I don't know. I think these are actually better for the readings. I really do. If only all the tarot readings can be tarot cards can be this big, right? Look how big that is. Wow, this is actually pretty cool. I think this was actually a really good purchase. It wasn't like more money or anything. Maybe a few more dollars, but imagine my surprise getting the box in the mail today and realizing what's that I got. Just waiting. This is gonna be my new Friday and Saturday night things, and a couple of nights during the week. I actually enjoy this. Not like I go see my friends right now. So I've been thinking about doing my own tarot cards, and I can't get anybody to help me find out how they get done, but I think I'm going to do it myself. I was looking at these, and they don't seem that really thick, and I have cardstock. I literally have cardstock, and I think I was looking online and they put lacquer on top of it to help protect it from the like water and stuff. Could be a while. Not like I have anything else better to do these days. I think I've got like a crap ton of cards here. I'm about to go back reading that book I like. So I bought some onions today. I'm making some onion soup. I wanted to ask a friend how to make it, but I don't think he's going to be talking to me at all ever again. I'm pretty sure of it. So I'm just thinking, I think this is what I'm going to use. I have all of this stuff, but I got some white. Oh, parsley. I forgot parsley. And I don't have a baguette. They didn't have it at the store. They're all out of paper items again. Go figure. Just hope it doesn't turn out like last time. Like I literally was pretty close to not being able to. I was gonna take showers every day, or every time I use the bathroom. We'll see what happens. That's really interesting. It's the way that they were. Your spice sugar is a very interesting thought process because it says the recipe creates a lovely spice sugar suitable for baking, flavoring coffee or strong black tea, and adding to the crumble toppings of coffee cakes and fruit crisps. Like a sugar with only one spice, such as cinnamon, you can simply snap cinnamon stick in several places and insert it into a small jar of sugar. Leave this jar in a cool, dry place to mature. For at least 2 weeks. As you use the sugar, replace it with fresh ground sugar and shake it. That's neat. Interesting. I'm hoping to hear something. I don't want to be like last time. I mean, I want a lot of readings so I can have much fun talking to people. I think that's a part that is very important with everything in life. It's so important to, no matter how bad people hurt you or do bad things to you, you just have to trust that the next person you meet doesn't do the same thing. I don't know. So far, it's like everywhere I go, people have to do something to betray me, and I don't know who to trust these days. It's always around work. Very rarely does it happen, and with people who I've made friends with outside of work. It's always from people I know at work. And I just wish I knew why. I don't know why work has to be so drama-filled. I would like to know who's watching. There's one of you, right? Who's watching? Did you want to chat? Interesting. I want to know who's watching. I don't know, maybe it's nobody. Let's see what's coming up in general next week while I'm waiting for people to come. Like, well, I use these for the first time. Let's do general weekly reading. Just who's ever wants to watch this at some point. It's better than trying to stay active. It's gonna happen next week. Look at this. This card keeps coming up a lot. Interesting. This card just came out. Has there ever been in hermit mode? Is going after the cup. They've interesting. So who's ever been in hermit mode is literally going to go after their heart's desire. Starting next week. There's a message coming in from like an earth sign. Interesting. Somebody that a few of you probably knew through work. Someone who wasn't exactly honest. Yeah, might have hurt you in the past. Oh, wow. Okay, they're going to be bringing a gift, but they've been watching you online. But they are going to give a gift. Yeah, with a proposal of some sort, of a new beginning. Difference. It's kind of like it's kind of weird. It's 2020 has been a year of it's a 4 year. 4 years are, I'm trying to think here. Year 4. Let me grab my phone. Because if I remember right, numerology. Sorry, I lost my numerology meaning for 4. If I remember right. Let's see here. What does it cover? It's a no-nonsense number with a head-down approach to life and work, and extremely dependable It lends a great amount of stability to a person and situation. The 4 is dedicated to advancing, but in a more conservative way than a progressive one. It sticks to what is tried and true. I really think, I mean, what I always get with the numerology 4, and what I've always seen, every time I see the number 4, I think of stability, and I think of how our world has been very unstable, and so this year has been a year of exposing dishonest people, exposing lies, exposing it's been a year of exposing. It really is. It's all about exposing people, exposing different things that's going on in the world, and even our personal lives or professional lives. It's all about just it's just been exposing the weaknesses, and so and it's also, I mean, this year and next is going to be a year of twin flame unions, and there's going to be a lot of them. And all readers and spiritual counselors and everybody that you're talking to in the metaphysical is talking about how, not all, but majority of them are talking about how it's really going to bring out about the unions that were supposed to happen a couple of years ago were interrupted because someone did something shady, or I mean, people interfered, people got involved, people gossiped, and unfortunately, when people start talking gossip, it really does hurt, and it's just one of those things where I don't know. I have my own friends, but I don't know. It's just, to me, it's like, you get certain people that go out and start gossiping, and it's like, at this point, you might as well just go ahead and just head them off and try to prevent it from happening, because they're just going to do it anyways. And you try to take the higher road, but it doesn't work. Next year, after all of the narcissists and all of the people have been exposed, it's going to be a year of change, a year of basically this year a lot of people have been planting seeds, but next year is when everything's just going to come to light. It's just going to go forward and progress and grow and become a very stable, financially stable for some, not for all, but there is going to be a lot of hardship still coming, bleeding over from 2020. It's going to take it's going to take a miracle at this point for a lot of people. But those that have been holding their emotions in, they're going to start telling their divine feminine or divine masculine how they feel. And if there's someone you feel very strongly for, you should always tell them how you feel. Because the more you block it, the more karmic things happen to you because you're not expressing. So it's always important to express how you feel, to stop with the karma. That's the only way you can ever stop the karma, and coming clean with what you've done. Especially if you did something bad to someone. I just don't understand why people do bad things, though, and that's the part that's really hard for me to understand. People. I don't know, maybe I'm just too weak. But I would never go out of my way to intentionally hurt another individual. I'll tell the truth about an individual. I would never go out of my way to hurt them. But I think that a lot of it has to do with the fact that I can see through people. Just by looking at them, I know exactly who they are. I know exactly what they're doing. The ability to understand what they're lacking, what their intentions are. And that's just by my first look. I could pretty much judge someone by the character. Just by looking at them, the way they hold themselves, the way they sit, the way they talk, the way they dress. Some people, I mean, and I've always, I'm not one that likes people who sit there and try to use a lot of I'm one of these people that don't like it when people use other people's hardship for their own personal gain. And that's just a huge thing for me. And I always find it very discouraging when I see those people getting accolades for it, and it makes no sense to me. You should never prosper from another person's pain, ever. I really wish I knew who was watching. Anybody? It might be a bus today. I might come back tomorrow. We'll see. Maybe come back later tonight. I don't know. Is anything really even? I don't know. Can you even go out to this? I don't know. I guess you could sit in restaurants, but I don't know if I could. I mean, kind of. I mean, my son and I would do it before the pandemic, but nowadays, I don't think I would. I think it'd be too much of a burden. Let's go over these cards. Let's talk about the different definitions of these cards and what they might mean. Strengthening bonds. A lot of that has to do with strengthening bonds with family, with friends, with work. It's a 1. Usually that's a new beginning. That's usually an ace card. Strengthening bonds can be a lot of different areas of this to me. It can also be like an ace of wands. And when I see that, I see a mother holding a child, and I think she's holding a child. I hope that's not a dog. No, it's a child. And if you see that the blossoming trees, that usually means that something's going to prosper. It means that, or you're heading towards a prosperous time in life. Okay, so this one is feeling alone, seclusion. But she's alone, but 5 is about changes. Remember, numerology really plays a very tight role in all of our readings, because this is about changes. This is about her thinking about changes that she can make to bring forth this inadequate feeling of being alone. I mean, she feels alone. Okay, so what can you do to change it? And that's what it is. And a lot of times it's just about reaching out to people and talking to people and doing something about it, This whole feeling hopeless thing, this is a 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords, blue. Blue is healing, but it's also mental. Okay, mental is a this is definitely a Swords. This is definitely pertains to air signs. By the way, that pertains to fire signs. This blue is actually all about air signs, and if you notice, he's got 2 steps. Which way does he go? He feels helpless and hopeless because either way he goes, he's down to his doing. He can't just go straight. He's got to take steps, which means he's got to take different routes to get where he needs to go, and he tends to and so he's stuck in his head right now, afraid to make a choice, and and trying to make a head over heart decision that becomes very difficult and very it's kind of a I just thought of something. I'm gonna end this. No one's watching.